So I just took this center section and I drilled this out and tapped it for 1/8 inch just because it's a lot easier to source a 1/8 NPT fitting versus a metric banjo bolt, which is I'm finding impossible locally. But this 1/8 NPT gives me way more options. So that's what I went with. I don't know if it's right or not. I mean, it's right for me because it's gonna work, so whatever. Some expert in the comments section will tell me, I'm sure. But, and I just need to take it completely apart and clean it, which I was planning on doing anyway because of the silicone I found in there when I took it apart. So, oil feed. Now, I still need to make the oil drain, but that's just a flange with 3 holes in it. Flat piece of metal, no big deal. I'll probably tap that for 3/8 NPT. So I can use another barb fitting like this, just take the oil away, because I want it to be bigger, because you don't want oil pressure building up in here. You want to supply oil pressure, but you don't want to build pressure across the turbo because then it comes out the seals. So it's a 1/2 inch hole, so I'll probably go at least 3/8 NPT for the fitting there. Alright, I've got the pipes welded. Got the dump pipe welded on. I got this flange flattened out again because when you weld, like when I welded this, it didn't matter how many pieces of aluminum I had under it. It didn't matter that I was back purging it, any of that. It warped a little bit, and I knew it would because you heat one side of a piece of metal like this, and it's going to want to do that. So these tabs in the corner and this were up a little bit, so I just took a little bit right out of the middle. It's nice and flat now. Got the header pipe together and got that all welded. I ground the inside of this a little bit. I got the oxygen sensor bung in there, and I did okay. It's been 8 years since I welded pipe on a regular basis. It's been 8 or 9 years since I did sanitary welds. I'm out of practice. That's absolutely obvious that I'm out of practice on the TIG welder because I'm not doing it every day or even once a week anymore, but it's passable. It's not food grade, but this is an exhaust pipe, so there we are. I can now mount it to the bike, and now I just got to wait for the oil pump, and well, actually I just need to wait for the oil pump to get here, figure out how to mount that and a tank, and I could potentially run this thing, just having the exhaust run through it, having it blow air just to atmosphere, because I don't have that done yet, but I could have the bike running and driving not under boost but with the turbo on it. So we'll see when the parts start showing up how I want to proceed with that. But I'll go ahead and mount it for now. So there's the progress for now. I've got the header pipe on, fully welded, oxygen sensor in, turbo bolted on. Turbo is clean internally, which is why everything is capped off now. I got this changed to a more readily available fitting size for the oil feed. Like I said, it's completely cleaned. It's clocked and indexed and tightened down. This pipe's tightened down. Now I don't have the gaskets in for the exhaust because I can't find them still, but everything's together, and I could run it right now if I had an oil supply. So once that pump gets here, I'll figure out supply and drain and tank, and we'll go from there. But that's where we're at for now, which it looks like it did when I had it all mocked up and tacked. It's just welded now, so there we go.